Tell us about your first track, Sitting in the Dark.
Alright, cool. So for the first track, I wanted to basically bring like a little bit of wit and a little bit of energy, almost like to get people comfortable before I take you on the journey that is Sitting in the Dark, because like there's some quite like personal, more emotional tracks on the EP, a bit more experimental as well. So for this first track, I kind of wanted to make people comfortable, just come in with like my funny witty attitude like I normally do. And while like it still covers them certain aspects of my life, but at the same time it's like for me the perfect intro. And we wanted a title track as well, so me and 42 Clo, we just picked it up on a random one, and yeah man, that's the opening track to the EP.
Tell us about the second verse and why did you go in so hard?
Boy, well, the past like year, 2 years, 2.5, maybe even 3, it's just been a difficult time, like, and I've been coming to terms with a lot of stuff that I went through at a younger age, and that was kind of like me just paying homage to my younger self, because you know I went through certain situations and made like certain enemies, and at the time I was just too young to deal with it in the way that I would see fit. So yeah, that second verse was basically just me paying homage to my younger self and obviously my mum. So yeah.
Third track, Come Up With An Excuse. Tell me, what was the creative process like when you and Chase were, recording this?
Yeah, well, originally I actually wrote that lyric, like the lyrics to the song. I wrote it on a garage instrumental, made again by Chase, and but like that was before we even started the process of the EP. So once we began making the EP, Chase like made this beat, and it was so like haunting. Like the pianos were so like, I can't even explain it, almost dreamy, and those lyrics just fit so perfectly over the top of it. And we thought, yeah man, this is a moment. So we did that. That song's weird because it almost makes you feel like comfortable inside, and like it gives you a warm feeling, but at the same time like it kind of puts you on edge, I'd say, because like the melodies are just so haunting and whatnot. So yeah, but there's some real words in that one, so that's one of my favourite tracks from the EP for sure.
Die Alone features the only guest on the EP. What's the meaning behind the song?
Die Alone is like alone, like an introvert's anthem in my opinion, because, or to be honest, I feel like anybody can relate to it, because at the end of the day you're born alone and you die alone. No matter how many friends you have, no matter how many groupies, how many yes men, at the end of the day when you're at home in bed sad, there's no one else there but you, innit? So that's what I kind of wanted to touch on in that song, and just it's almost just me whinging about life and how like, there's not a lot of realness out here, and I feel like TM, he embodied that perfectly on this track. TM is flawless every time we link up, so I have to shout out him. And yeah man, the introvert's anthem right there, for real.
Keep You Close. What made you switch the beat up towards the end?
I'll be real with you, me and Chase come up with this idea together in the studio while finishing the EP. We always wanted to include this track, but we didn't know how, like we didn't know if it was good enough until like we come up with the idea for the second part, and it just brought the track to life completely. And to be honest, that song in general is just about vices, whether it be alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever it is. It's just these vices in life, and that's what that song is about. And I love Jersey club beats, and I wanted to sort of bring it into the song, but like make it my own, make it me and Chase's own sound. So yeah, that's the idea behind that.
And Nobody, my personal favourite, is just an excellent track. It's like universally appealing. It's very similar to Die Alone. Was that like a part 2 to Die Alone? What was the thought process behind that?
Not necessarily a part 2 to Die Alone, but I understand how there's like similarities in the song. Like again, it's about, for example, you're born alone, you die alone. Again, you can be in a room full of people at a party. The party might even be your party. It might be all about you. You could be around 50, 100, 1,000 people, but some people, they'll still feel alone in that time. And it happens to me. I feel like it happens to the best of us. And this song was just kind of putting that into words, like the song, the video, everything. It's almost like a come down in a song. And yeah, I feel like people will relate to that, you know, when they're coming home from parties on a train or whatever, on a come down, whatever it is. I feel like that song's gonna cut deep. So yeah, that's Nobody.
Whole, which is like probably the best piece of work you've ever written. What was your mental going into the booth?
Yeah, Hole's a madness. Like, that song kind of just represents how the last, to be honest, my whole life has kind of been, in a sense. Like, I'm very grateful for the things that I did have in this life, but there was a lot of things that were a bit skewy, do you know what I mean? I lost my mum last year to like alcohol and drug abuse and all that kind of thing, so I just needed to get it out. I needed to get out all the emotions that I was feeling from about 5 or 6 years old, maybe even younger, because I never really got a chance to express it. That tune is just kind of a breakdown. I just started writing it just a few days after my mum passed, so yeah, it was literally just an expression of how I was feeling at the time, and I was like apprehensive to put it on the project, but after showing it to my friends, my management, my people, we all decided that it was the best idea for it to go on an EP, so what better way to close it, you know what I mean?
And the new track, the final track, why did you add that on the EP?
To be honest, I felt like the EP could do with one more banger, one more hard track. You know, because like I've always been quite a versatile artist, I'd say. So to have that balance of like mellow tracks and hard tracks, I think is very important, because there's a lot of people that listen to me for different reasons. So yeah, to be honest, I just wanted to prove to everyone that, you know, I'm still here. There's still nobody here out rapping me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the coldest MC in the fucking galaxy in the game. So yeah, man, that was that basically. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we just needed to spice it up a bit. So that's the latest edition. You get me?
And finally, is there anyone you'd like to thank for this EP, or any people you want to shout out?
Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, obviously, I want to say thank you to everybody that supported me from day one. You know, we've been doing this properly for about 4 or 5 years now, and honestly, I'm just thankful to everybody that's ever taken a chance to listen to me. Obviously, Chase, my brother, the guy that I came into this with, we started this thing together. You know what I mean? Gino, my manager. Without him, I don't know where I'd be. You know what I'm saying? He's laid the blueprint for me. Everybody, my whole team, the whole of my Love Set Collective, everybody. Sorin, my cameraman, even Jack. He made a couple of my videos as well. Just anybody who's ever helped me on this journey, I'm just like, I'm so thankful. And you know, I'm not one of those people to be like, oh yeah, I did all of this on my own, because I didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a strong team behind me, and without them, I would not be here. So you get me? I'm forever grateful, and I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity to put all this together. So yeah, man, shout out to everyone.